Hey Vikings fans! Here you'll find all the news, updates, and analysis about our Minnesota Vikings. If you love this team and want to stay up to date with everything, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join our community. Skol Vikings! The Minnesota Vikings are living with a mix of regret and reflection as they watch what Daniel Jones is doing in Indianapolis. The quarterback, who spent a brief stint in Minnesota after being released by the New York Giants in mid-2024, is now the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts and playing the best football of his career. During his short stay in Minnesota, Jones never played an official game but left a strong impression behind the scenes. The team already had Sam Darnold and young J.J. McCarthy, who was still recovering from a knee injury. The plan was simply to observe Jones up close, assess his physical and mental condition, and see whether the Vikings environment could help him regain the confidence he had lost in New York. Head coach Kevin O'Connell and his staff had a simple idea: create a space for mutual learning. Jones would get a first-hand look at how Minnesota managed to revive Darnold's career, while the team would evaluate whether a similar project could work for him. But the circumstances in the market changed quickly, and the quarterback didn't stay with the franchise for long. Today, the picture looks completely different. The Vikings are once again struggling with uncertainty at the most important position in football. McCarthy, who is supposed to solidify himself as the future of the franchise, has been injured again, and Carson Wentz is now trying to keep things afloat in an offense still searching for its identity. In that context, Daniel Jones's absence feels even heavier. ESPN reporter Jeremy Fowler revealed on Wednesday that some sources inside the organization admit the team was upset about losing Jones. According to him, there was a sense internally that the quarterback had ideal size and a ton of tools to thrive in Minnesota. That admission underscores how thin the line can be between a smart decision and one that turns into deep regret in the NFL. The Vikings' quarterback carousel has been marked by instability, and losing someone who's now excelling elsewhere feels like a painful reminder. Fowler added that even if Jones had stayed, McCarthy likely would have opened the season as the starter. The plan was to invest in the first-round rookie and have Jones serve as a backup, an experienced veteran ready to step in if something went wrong. But as is often the case in this league, the fate of quarterbacks changes fast. Jones found a new home in Indianapolis under head coach Shane Steichen and finally seems to have found an offensive system that highlights his mobility and decision-making. Meanwhile, the Vikings watch from afar, perhaps realizing what could have been theirs. Some within the organization believe the team should have made a stronger contract offer or shown more effort to keep Jones around, even just as a reliable backup. For many inside Minnesota, Jones represented something rare: a quarterback with experience, ideal size, tactical intelligence, and still room to grow. His short stay showed glimpses that his confidence could indeed be rebuilt. Now with the Colts, Jones looks like a completely different player. Supported by a coaching staff that built a system tailored to his strengths, he's displaying poise in the pocket, accuracy on intermediate throws, and leadership skills few thought he still had. The Vikings, on the other hand, remain in search of consistency. The McCarthy-Wentz combination has yet to convince anyone, and fans are beginning to question whether the team truly has a clear offensive direction. What frustrates people in Minnesota the most, according to internal reports, is that Jones genuinely wanted to stay. He liked the structure, the staff, and the offensive philosophy, but left because he wasn't given enough contractual guarantees. The relationship between Jones and O'Connell was said to be promising. The head coach admired the quarterback's professionalism and believed that, with time and confidence, he could become a valuable asset. Even so, the team's priorities were focused on McCarthy, who was seen as the long-term answer. The Vikings chose to invest in their rookie and let Jones walk, a decision that now seems questionable. Now, watching Jones shine with the Colts, part of the front office feels they missed out on having a solid backup plan, something essential in a league where injuries and inconsistency are constant. Sources close to the team say the atmosphere inside the Vikings building is one of frustration, but also of learning. The lesson is clear: you can never have too much quarterback talent. Some fans have taken to social media to vent their frustration. For them, Jones's success in Indianapolis is proof that Minnesota's system could indeed have revived his career, just as it did for Darnold. Players in the locker room reportedly enjoyed Jones's brief stay as well. Reports suggest he fit in quickly, showed quiet leadership, and earned respect from teammates, traits that didn't go unnoticed. But the NFL doesn't forgive hesitation. Missed opportunities quickly turn into stories of regret, and Minnesota is learning that the hard way. Jones, now established as the Colts' starting quarterback, appears mature and determined. His comeback story is taking shape, ironically, the same kind of redemption the Vikings once hoped to help him achieve. As time moves forward, what remains in Minnesota is a haunting question. What if? What if they had offered one more year on his contract? What if they had given him more preseason snaps? What if they had believed in him just a little bit more? Today, those questions echo through the hallways of US Bank Stadium as reminders of an opportunity that slipped away. Daniel Jones, the quarterback who could have been reborn in Minnesota, instead chose Indianapolis, and was reborn there anyway. And for the Vikings, all that's left is to watch from a distance, hoping McCarthy's future will finally justify all the faith and investment placed in him.